Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Coronation Street Lauren's new love interest revealed, and it's not Max or Daniel. Coronation Street fans have worked out who Lauren Bolton's next love interest is on the ITV soap. The youngster, Kate Fitton, has had a dramatic few years since her debut on the ITV soap in 2022. What's more, Lauren made her shock return to the cobbles recently, after months of being missing. It was revealed that sicko solicitor Joel Deering, Callum Lill, was behind her disappearance. Joel wormed his way into Lauren's life last year after helping her out with bills, eventually coercing her into a sexual relationship. He then left her for dead after bashing her head in, following a heated argument where Lauren mentioned fiancée Dee Dee Bailey's, Chanique Sterling Brown name. However, when Lauren made her return, she revealed to Joel she was pregnant with his baby. Joel then tried to kill her, drugging her in a desperate attempt to kill the baby. His sickening plan didn't work though, as she went into labor early and the baby survived. And despite Joel thinking he had gotten away with his crimes last week, the truth came out. And since then, Lauren and Dee Dee have teamed up to take Joel down. However, fans are certain they know who Lauren could be shacking up with next. While some fans reckon she could start a romance with best pal Max Turner, Patrick Bever, other viewers have speculated that Lauren and Craig Tinker, Coulson Smith, could start a romance because they would be really good for each other. Over on a Reddit thread, fans shared their thoughts on Craig's potential new love interest on the soap. In the comments section, one person said, "Maybe Lauren. She could use someone nice right now." Someone else agreed and penned, "I think this is actually a really good suggestion. I don't care for either of these characters' storylines past or present, but I think this could be the making of them both." A third also mused, "I absolutely agree. They would be really good for each other. We could do with something a bit more uplifting, and I for one would love to see this one play out." Another chimed in and wrote, "Me too, and not have it go pear-shaped too quickly afterwards, certainly not while we, the audience, are still riding the feel-good wave. I would really like to see a couple that overcomes their childhood traumas to beat the odds by having a nice quiet life together." Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island preview. The guys are following the trail of gold deep into the garden shaft. The Curse of Oak Island is back tonight, and the team is finding more and more gold as they go deeper into the garden shaft at the Money Pit area. Fans of Oak Island should be prepared for another action-packed show this week, but we can expect the main focus to be on finding the large amount of gold that supposedly resides in the blob area near the garden shaft. In the words of Rick Lagina, they're following the trail of the gold. Last week, there was some disappointment when more borehole drilling in the blob area amounted to nothing. However, everyone was immediately buoyed up by archaeologist and metallurgy expert Emma Cullen, who said she'd found a large amount of gold in a sample of wood taken from the garden shaft. The wood showed traces of gold of 0.11%, which might not sound like a lot, but both Emma and geoscientist Dr. Ryan Spooner agreed it's a lot. "That's a lot of parts per billion," said Emma. This week it looks like Emma is finding even more gold. In a preview she said, "The counts of gold are getting higher as we go deeper." More evidence suggests Money Pit is close to the garden shaft. Recently, a lot of evidence, such as the water sampling data and the carbon-14 data, and wood from structures buried underground, seem to suggest the guys are finally getting close to the treasure. As the Dumas Mining Company gets closer to the bottom, everyone's fingers are firmly crossed. It shouldn't be too long now. This week's episode synopsis from the History Channel is all about the gold, and it is short, sweet, and to the point. It reads, "As the garden shaft operation gets deeper, the evidence of gold gets stronger. The guys have been cramming quite a lot into the episodes this season, and tonight looks no different. This episode is called A Well of Secrets, which likely refers to the mysterious well on Lot 26. Oak Island team digs for silver at the well on Lot 26. Previously, Ian said he had found a high level of silver in the water of this well, suggesting there may be something of value buried nearby. According to a preview, the guys have decided to dig out the well and excavate the area. Let's hope they find something. Meanwhile, blacksmith expert Carmen Legg is back on the show to appraise some artifacts. The team really loves this guy because he always gives top-notch expert advice, and it's usually good news. In a preview, Carmen can be overheard stating, "We're looking about 1650, 1690, which indicates an artifact that is way older than the initial discovery of the money pit." Carmen's words probably have something to do with another Gary Drayton discovery. The metal detectorist appears to have pulled a hook-like artifact out of the ground, and he thought it looks really old. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the dense, gnarled trees of Oak Island, the team stood at the entrance of the garden shaft. A cool, salty breeze swept in from the ocean, bringing with it the scent of seaweed and the distant call of seagulls. The island, steeped in mystery and legend, had always felt alive, its secrets buried deep beneath layers of earth, stone, and time. Tonight, however, the air was charged with something more. A sense of imminent discovery, as if the island itself was on the brink of revealing its most guarded treasure. Rick Lagina adjusted his hard hat, his face a mixture of determination and cautious optimism. For years, he and his brother Marty had been chasing the elusive treasure of Oak Island, a quest that had consumed countless hours, resources, and even lives. The garden shaft, one of the most mysterious features of the island, had long been suspected as a key to the island's secrets. It had seen the pickaxes of previous treasure hunters, each of whom had come tantalizingly close before being thwarted by flooding tunnels, cave-ins, or the simple erosion of time. But this time felt different. This time they had a lead, an ancient trail of gold that seemed to weave its way through the island's subterranean labyrinth, pointing directly to the heart of the garden shaft. Beside Rick, Marty studied the shaft entrance, his sharp mind racing with calculations and possibilities. "If the readings are accurate," he said, his voice tinged with excitement, "then the gold is sitting somewhere right beneath us, just waiting to be uncovered." Rick nodded, but his eyes were distant, scanning the tree line as if expecting something, or someone, to emerge from the shadows. Over the years they had learned to respect the island's enigmas. There was an unspoken understanding that Oak Island did not easily yield its secrets. There was always a price to be paid. The team gathered around, their tools and equipment at the ready. Jack Begley, his hands restless with anticipation, checked and rechecked his gear. He had spent countless hours theorizing about the island's hidden tunnels and ancient booby traps, and now they were about to plunge into the depths of one of its most notorious spots. Next to him, Charles Barkhouse studied the entrance with a historian's reverence. He knew the stories of pirates, of lost Templar treasure, of curses that had claimed 6 lives and threatened to claim a 7th before the treasure could be revealed. The legend loomed over them like a shadow, whispering of the dangers that lay ahead. "Let's get that winch set up," Marty said, breaking the tension. His voice, firm and commanding, was a reminder that despite the legends, they were here to work, to finally crack the mystery wide open. As the winch creaked to life, lowering a small camera down into the shaft, the team watched the monitor with bated breath. The camera descended through layers of earth and stone, revealing a narrow passage lined with ancient timbers, each one soaked with the brackish water that had foiled so many attempts before. The deeper the camera went, the darker the screen became, until only the faint glint of something metallic could be seen in the distance. "There," Jack exclaimed, pointing to the monitor. "Did you see that? It's gold." The others leaned in, their excitement palpable. On the screen, the faint glimmer of gold seemed to pulse in the darkness, like the heartbeat of the island itself.